will show you how to play the Italian opening while explaining every single move. You can learn this opening just for me because I'm Italian. Let's go. Okay, we have the white pieces. We play e4. e4, e5. We go with the knight out, attacking this pawn. And I will play bishop here, the Italian game. If my opponent goes with the bishop there, I will play Evans Gambit. But hey, I see this so much. People are so scared of the fried liver that they play the move h6, but this is a huge waste of time. Okay, I will play with the move c3 and trying to go crush the center immediately. Now, they are attacking this pawn. I don't have an immediate way to defend it, but I will simply castle and say, okay, go ahead and take that pawn. I'm not scared of it. I think if the pawn is taken, they might be in danger. I will play the move d4, opening up the center, and then it might be a little bit weak. Maybe. Maybe I have to play bishop d5. Maybe it's just wrong to leave that pawn hanging. I don't know. To me, it feels risky. With this bishop still here, so you don't have the possibility. Okay, they go for it. They are taking. I will play rook here and see what they play, what they choose. I'm attacking this knight and I'm expecting to move d5, which would be protecting and attacking the bishop at the same time. But then I have a strong move. I play bishop here, I'm pinning this knight, and I'm going to take here with the knight. Also playing the move d3, attacking this knight, and then this pawn is hanging one more time. The move f6 would be a terrible mistake. Of course, after d5, bishop here. So to try to protect this pawn with the pawn on f6, ooh, this diagonal would be so weak. So I probably have just lots of sacrifices on e5, and then I can slide my queen here. That would be really bad. Let's see. Okay, they just go back with the knight, which is a bit shy. Remember, this move d5 is so typical in so many positions with e4, e5. It's a way to counterattack the center. Many times a multitasking move. You're doing so many things at the same time. Now, here, I can do so many things. I can simply take there, get back the pawn, and after knight takes, I take back with the rook, and the bishop goes there. And then my opponent would like to castle, but I might try to make it difficult. I could also play the move d4, wanting to take here with the pawn and attack this knight one more time. And I think I will play this. But I need to make sure that after this move, I have a good way to keep going. I would push even more. Okay, let's go d4. I want to attack, attack, attack. Because trading like this is a safe way, but I don't achieve much because my opponent is fast to develop. After the trade, the knight takes this, the bishop is there, then they castle, then they will attack my rook with tempo. They will develop this bishop somewhere, and then they have an okay position. I don't want that. I want them to have an okay position. And remember, there is a very famous chess quote: "A threat is stronger than his own execution." For example, here. Now, this bishop is trying to protect this, but, I mean, isn't this just losing a piece? This is a fork, and if you take, I'm taking back and I'm winning a piece. So, you see, my opponent is collapsing under stress. Now, this is a fork. Also would be a discovery check, because the rook is giving a check to the king. Now, they take, but I take back, and I want a piece. I'm also attacking f7. Ooh, they castle. Alright, makes sense. I understand. I need to develop pieces really quickly. I will play bishop there. Bang. Usually, I don't like to leave my pieces unprotected because the bishop here is not protected. And if the knight moves, for example, somewhere, this bishop is hanging. But here, there are some tactics. I could at some point take there, attacking the queen. The rook takes. I take back. The king takes, and then I take here. And after pawn takes, I win a pawn. So, okay, this is a huge mistake. By the way, can we appreciate the nice rating of my opponent? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry that I'm going to destroy that, to crush the perfection of that rating. I'm attacking the king and the rook at the same time, and they just resign. Only relevant thing to say about this game is that in this position, they were still having a fight. The best move would have been to play the move d5, always remember this move, but they lost everything in one single blunder. New game. We have e4, e4, e5. We go with the knight out, and I will play again the Italian. There we go. Now, will they go with the bishop out? What? Oh my god, guys. Those players are obsessed with the fried liver. They do all these things to avoid the fried liver. Just learn how to face it. It's not such a strong opening. I will now play more direct. I will go for the center, crush it immediately. My bishop is looking at this knight with the possibility to trade it. Let's see. This knight is in danger. Now the problem is that this knight is on the side of the board. It's protecting this pawn, but this knight can be taken by this at any point. That's why this is really not a good idea. Knight on the rim is dim. It's bad. Okay, the queen here is attacking this knight one more time. They are really playing with fire right now. I could just go there protecting. That could be an idea. Okay, let's go. I don't like to be the first one to trade. I want my opponent to be the one trading. Now, bishop there could be a bishop here. Could have been a good move. My opponent is moving one more time the same piece. It's true that they are winning a tempo here because they are attacking this bishop. I will move it simply back, but now this knight can be in trouble. Okay, I will go with the knight out. My next move is going to be knight e5. I'm exploiting the bad position of this queen that needs to go all the way back home. Potentially they can go here with a knight or with a bishop. Okay, they go with this knight. It's honestly a wise decision. I can play this move. I'm attacking the queen, and attention. If they take here saying like, ha, I'm also attacking you, queen, I take ha, and I'm giving a check, and they lose the queen and the game. Now, the only move is to go back all the way with the queen. And then I have to think how I want to save this bishop, because I don't want to give my bishop away in such an open position. I want to keep those. Or maybe I will not keep that. And I will go with the knight there. What? No! After queen there, actually, I could have played the move knight b5. That's a big blunder, because, hey, you're taking here, attacking my queen with check, without check. But I'm taking here with check. Now you have to take, and I will take there, and I will win the queen. This is called intermezzo. We take back, and we are completely winning. Okay, they're attacking this pawn. We'll just play queen here, protecting it. A little move. Castle, attacking this pawn. Okay, we'll try to win as quickly as possible. We take this pawn, attacking the bishop, also threatening to take that other pawn. Not really, because the knight is protecting. This knight is the strongest piece right now for black. Because it's, avoiding the queen from getting there, is controlling so many important squares and cannot be attacked by a pawn. Okay, let's go all the way back, or no? Let's go here. We are keeping the rook a little bit more active. Okay, the knight is attacking. I'm thinking if I could sacrifice... Oh, no, I'll take just here, attacking the bishop. Sometimes you can sacrifice a rook for a strong piece, a strong knight, if it makes sense. But do it just if it really makes sense. If you don't have a better move. In this position, I see a great move. Now, the bishop is looking at the rook, so I have lots of nice ways. When you are winning, I am plus 8 points. Really nice, right? So I'm taking here. Trading pieces is good. Now, I'm giving away a rook for a bishop, but I will win back a rook. Now, my opponent should have taken with the king to take back here with the rook, and it would have been just a trade. In this case, I won a rook. I won a piece, basically. Yup. Now, my bishop is also going back here, winning another rook. This is a disaster. Okay, they go there. Let's go with the knight here, giving a nice fork. Now, if they go there, they save the rook. I will play first this move, attacking the rook and attacking this knight. Where is the rook going? Here? I first take there, and then I take there. This is really sad for them. Okay, I'll take here first, and then I take here, and I will just give mate as quickly as possible. We bring it, we bring the rook, we give a check, and we play queen here because I'm controlling the square. I want to give the background checkmate. Okay, now, oh, there is a rook hanging, but when you see a free piece, look for better, because this is mate. In this position after queen f6, I missed a very good move. So it's very good in the analysis that you don't check immediately what is the winning move, but that you can try to find yourself. And one move that comes into my mind is to move this knight away and to go to b5. So we are forcing the queen to go back. And then maybe we will play even bishop here, attacking one more time. Or just develop a knight and go with the other knight there. And the ones you have fought on your own, you click on analysis, and you see, oh yeah, this is a good move. And after this, is knight c3 good? Oh, there is bishop take h6. And then this, and then queen h5, just threatening mate. but it's basically impossible to defend it, because to defend it, you need the queen, but then you lose this. Hoi boy. That's really annoying. Okay, so that's why you don't play this move, guys. This is a bad move. Rather learn how to play against the fried lever. I will shortly tell you, okay? Let's flip the board. Knight there. And now you have the safest way, okay? You play d5, and after pawn takes, you don't take back because there is the sacrifice, bing boom, and then the queen is sliding here, giving a check, attacking the knight. That's why you have to take this pawn later on. And there is a knight under attack, you move it, winning a tempo. You go with the knight here, attacking the bishop. Now, if the bishop goes somewhere like here to stay on this diagonal, just take it here, then you take there, you have this knight under attack, and you have a good position. The best move for white is to give a check here. And now, there is a check, you just cover. Cover with the bishop. And once they trade, you take back with the queen, you're going to take back this pawn, you bring back the knight, you castle long, you play f6, you kick this knight back, and then you are going to push this pawn and attack once the king is castled on this side. For example, your castle, you play maybe h6. No, not h6, I don't like it. Let's play knight takes. Let's just take there. Now they play d3, you play long castle. Then they go back, because at some point they will go back, and then you will bring the knight back, protecting this pawn. And after knight here, now you all are starting to go. I like the move f6, and you will go bing, boom, bam, push all the pawns, attack this king, and give mate. New game, we play e4. Will we get another e5? Okay, e4, e5. Knight out, attacking this pawn. And this, we play the Italian game, attacking this pawn. Will they go for knight here? Okay, they play bishop there. And in this line of Italian, I really suggest you to try out the Evans Gambit. This opening is so powerful because it's one of the few gambit that even if black plays so well, you get a good position with the white pieces. It's equal position, but it's okay. You know, equal, you play well. But to get there, they have to know so much. And you still have so many ideas to attack. Now, they took the pawn. And now, why do you give away that pawn? Because you want to play c3 with tempo. You're attacking with a pawn, a bishop of higher value. A piece of less value attacks a piece of higher value. So the piece of higher value needs to be moved again. And then you go for the center. What are the ideas of the Evans Gambit? Sometimes you go with the queen out here, attacking this pawn one more time. Sometimes you go with the bishop there, stopping the king from castling. Sometimes you play d4 and then e5, stopping the knight from going there. So there are so many powerful moves. It's really fun to play this opening. Now the bishop has two choices, to go on a5 or c5. I think the best move is a5, just because the move c5 gives me another move with tempo. I play d4, this bishop is again under attack. They went with the bishop on d6, but this is usually a very bad idea because the bishop is blocking this pawn from being pushed, and so this bishop from going out. So it's not the most harmonious development. I will go for the center immediately, d4. And I believe they could be in trouble, or maybe not. Maybe they're safe. Maybe they can just play knight here and castle and be happy about this position. I wouldn't be happy about this position because they don't have a way to develop all the pieces. I will just castle, leave this pawn hanging because I don't care. No, I think they cannot take that pawn, honestly. That would be really, really dangerous. Let's see if they do. If they take, I think I'm taking there, and then I will go with the queen there. This is something that you can exploit in the Evans Gambit. The pawn on e4 shouldn't be taken, because you usually have the double threat with the queen on d5. And this is one example of this idea. Okay, the castle, which is very sensible. And I will go with the bishop there, probably. Also, the move rook here could be considered, because I want to protect this pawn now, because I don't have the same tactic. For example, if bishop there, h6 can be played, and now I go back here, but then g5. And then after this, the pawn can be captured. And now the question is, do I have something in exchange for that? Yeah, I could take there. But what if they take there first? Okay, let's play this move. I like to play very, very aggressive moves. Of course, the knight is pinned, so this pawn cannot be taken, because the queen is hanging. That's why I was considering h6 and g5. But once my bishop is there, the nice part is that this pawn is also hanging. Now that I see it better, I think that this move is a mistake. Because after this being boom, bang, Knight takes. The knight is also attacking the bishop. So after pawn takes, there is the intermezzo move. Knight takes bishop. And the knight is also attacking this rook, so I have to take back, and then they take back here. Now this move rook there is made to protect this pawn. But I think I will just play rook here now. I'm protecting this pawn, and I'm feeling very happy. The knight is leaving this pawn I'm protecting. Every time a knight goes towards the side, be careful, because the square is now weak. I need to consider to take there, but it doesn't work because the king takes and I don't have much. Also, this move needs to be considered, but I mean, the knight can take this. Okay, maybe I have to consider that, because after this, if the bishop takes, I'm taking back. No, because after this, the bishop simply takes. And if I take there, there is a rook taking, attacking this bishop and attacking this bishop. So I will just play bishop back. I'm changing diagonal, not a huge fan of it, because this bishop is a little bit close on that diagonal. But hey, it's a slow game. My opponent played decent, didn't do a major blunder, but I have a better position. I have a better center. They can never take there. I can always consider taking there, but they should never take there, because then I end up with a very strong center. I'm going to push this pawn, I'm going to push this other pawn, this knight is pinned, so how do they develop the other pieces? How do they develop this bishop, this rook? How do they bring those pieces to the game? Maybe b6, bishop there, but then again, queen here. Ooh, no. And this is what happens when your opponent doesn't have a move. They make mistakes, and this is one of them. Now, this move is incoming, is a huge fork, and they are trying to protect. Now, this bishop is protecting the knight. The knight is no longer pinned, but still, e5 is so powerful. I think I will play the simple move queen here, so that after this, I'm going to take there with check. Also, knight there is a good move incoming. So knight there, rook here. I'm still a pawn down. But hey, I have so much compensation for this. Also, this pawn will be hanging in many lines. Okay, let's go with the knight here. And then maybe the knight can go here at some point. Or e5 can be played. Or rook here can be played. I really like this. Okay, h6 makes sense. I will go with the bishop there. Why? I'm looking at this knight that is suddenly also in trouble. For example, I could play some moves like on here, and then go with the knight towards the attack on d5 or on b5, and then this is also hanging, this pawn is also hanging. This is starting to be so many threats. My opponent is going back with the knight. I will now play a very shy move, h3. I want to avoid this bishop to go out, and then I will bring the other rook to the attack. And once I have all the pieces ready, I will crash the center. This is a very important tip that different grandmasters have been giving me. I am a attacker player, but sometimes I go for the attack too early. I'm not ready for it, and I already play 5, crashing the center. But then the files are opening up, but I'm not attacking anything. Like after the trade, for example. Oh, no, I missed this move. Oh, damn it. Because now they are winning my bishop pair. That was a mistake, guys. That was a mistake. Okay. We leave on. h3 was a blunder because I gave away my strong bishop. And now their position is not so bad anymore. Oops. Okay, let's go with the rook here, attacking this pawn. Let's try to take back what we gifted before. Now they're creating some weaknesses. The question is, can I play the move? Can I play the move e5? So after this, the queen is hanging, so no. Can I play the move knight here or knight there? What is this? My queen is not well placed. Okay, I will go with the queen here. I want to attack this pawn. Very simple idea. Attack that pawn one more time. Play knight there. Or e5. I will play 5. It's time. I'm not too happy with this position right now. But we try. Hey, we are attacking the knight. Needs to be moved. And then we keep going forward to the attack. Okay, they take. I take back. And now maybe the knight has this nice square. But we can take back a pawn. We can take and then take back this pawn. There's this one hanging though. This is not a good position for us. We are in trouble. h3 was a bad move, really bad. We missed basically their idea. Knight b5, my knight b4 was so strong. Okay, they take... Oh boy, oh boy. That's so good. Because there is this bishop hanging. I'm in big trouble. I'm in a very big amount of trouble. I will play queen here. I'm trying to survive. I'm protecting this bishop and attacking this other bishop. And this knight is still hanging. So we might survive here, but barely. I'm a pawn down and a piece down right now. But two black pieces are under attack. Yeah, this is a good move. But it gives me some hopes. I take back there with the queen. My pawn structure is still good. And now I take back with the bishop. I'm just a pawn down, so out of this tactical disaster, there is a good news and a bad news. Good news is that we are not completely lost. The bad news is that we are still a pawn down. But we'll try to fight. We have more active pieces. Maybe we can bring the rook to the attack and try to scare my opponent. Okay, now we push there. Now I start to like this. We push this pawn. This is a very typical way to attack. That you are trading basically pawns of the king side to make your opponent king weaker. That's a very powerful position now. I might sacrifice my bishop there or my rook here. Lots of very nice idea. This bishop e7 I think was a big mistake. E6 so powerful. Especially taking, the king is now left really weak. Queen here is incoming. Bishop sacrifice is incoming. Rook sacrifice is incoming. You know, I believe the best move is to go back with the bishop, which says a lot about the move bishop e7. The bishop had to stay there to protect the king. I don't like this move. My opponent is trying to stay active, but there are some cases where you just have to defend yourself. And this was one of them. Now they might make the final mistake, queen d7, trying to protect the mate, but there are some tactical problems. I'm threatening mate, huh? Yeah. Now I take here with a check. If they take with the rook, they lose the queen. And if they would have taken with the queen, they would have lost the king. Mate would have been mate. I'm threatening checkmate, and there is just one move to save, which is rook there. I give a check, and I will bring my rook here. So I'm offering a trade. They don't trade, I understand. I bring my rook to the attack. Attacking this pawn, but this is a check. And after the pawn pushes, the rook and the bishop are doing high five and giving mate. This game really deserves an analysis. After the opening, we were completely winning. Ooh, wow. Yeah, of course. Come on. Come on, what's the move we have here? Taking back is a mistake, because we have just e5. We just win a piece. Just give a fork. Taking there was horrible. But even after this position, we still have a better position. And it makes us understand we're a pawn down, but still having a great position. Now, after this, queen there was already a mistake. You know, we have to develop the queen is going to the square where the knight could give a fork. So that's a blunder. Better to play knight here, develop all your pieces, play like just logical chess, then keep going with e5. Crush the center, and white is so much better. For example, if now this move is played, just e5. Where is the knight going? Not here, not there. So the knight has to go in one of these squares. But cannot I play just the move h3? Okay, there is a bishop hanging, so I will first trade. I'll say queen takes. There are boom, boom, boom. The knight goes to the only square. And now knight d5. Oh boy, the queen has to go back. And now I can keep going with the attack, moving this queen up. Bringing the rook. Also a nice idea is to play bishop there and queen here, but be careful to create a battery and give checkmate. I like this. Sometimes you know what you can play. Queen d2. After let's play a random move. Bang! Knight f6. After this you take this knight, you're giving mate. This would be, wow, such a nice way to win the game. h3, I told you, was a blunder because I lost my queen and now I was worse. But now I did even worse than this. At some point, I was nearly lost. Now, my opponent didn't find the best move here. What was the best move? Maybe just taking on g2? I think? No? Okay, taking on g2 is a very good move. You see, black is 2 points. 2.5. It's nearly the best move. The best move, according to the engine, is just moving this away. Because I can't take with the queen, as this bishop would be hanging, and I have to take with the pawn. And then the knight is coming, and whoo! I'm very weak. I pawn down. The bishop is coming here. The queen is joining. Okay, this is not really a good position. But we survived. e4. Knight out. Let's play bishop c4. I think my My Evans Gambit didn't have... Oh my gosh. They are playing the anti-fried liver defense. I will play the move d4, crushing the center immediately. This move is really a loss of time, so it's better if you know how to play against the fried liver. I'm taking back with the knight, and we take back with the queen. Now it's not so easy to develop this bishop because the pawn on g7 is under pressure. Let's go with the knight out and the bishop out, and then probably long castle. Now e5 could be played, but I want to first play long castle, and then e5 is going to be so strong because there is also a rook looking at the queen. Okay, it's time to go for the move. e5, opening up the center in a moment where it really hurts because the king is still stuck in the middle of the board. The knight is attacking this. I'll take there first. Am I not winning a pawn here? At least. It's fun that this is really the least. I'm taking here, and this king is in so much trouble. Yeah, after pawn takes, I'm taking with the queen. Now this bishop is pinned. I'm threatening to take this pawn. I'm threatening to take this bishop. This king is still stuck in the middle of the board. Now I have so many good moves that I'm not sure which one to pick. Because I have all the discovery check with this bishop. I could give a check. I could take this bishop. I could take here attacking the rook. But I think if I give this check, there is bishop there. So I will directly take a piece, win a piece. And the queen is under attack. Also, I'm threatening bishop there to take this pawn. This is really good. Is the queen attacking anything here? I'll take there. Threatening mate. And also to take there. Let's give a check. Little check here. And I could have another checkmate by sacrificing a queen. Bing? No. This is made directly. What is this? What would have been much nicer there to play any move like this. I sacrifice the queen, and after this is checkmate. Okay, we are in e45. I'm attacking this little pony, and we go with the bishop out. Italian game. Evans Gambit. We're offering a pawn because we want to go for the center, and they refuse the offer. Okay, we will go for the center anyway. Just a little bit later. I will play the move d4 anyway. This move is a blunder. This move is a mistake, I believe. I will play bang. Just attacking this knight. I thought I could sacrifice here, but no. It was a mistake. Okay, sorry. This is another Evans Gambit went wrong. I will play knight bishop here. I am attacking this pawn, which is not really under attack, because it's protected already. But if knight f6 is played, then I have nothing, because I cannot take. So I wanted to take there all the time. Okay, my opponent is now really helping me. This is not such a great move. I was so tempting to play this move, but this would be a tactical mistake, because they can take here intermezzo. I will just protect my knights. And then castle. Castle, there we go. And we take here. Now the knight is jumping to the center of the board, attacking the queen. Okay, we take back with the knight. And the king is still stuck in the middle. Oh, that's a bad move. That's a good move if I would take, but I go with a check, and now the king can no longer castle. Now bang, attacking the queen. And the rook is sneaking in. Now I sneak in with the rook, giving a very powerful check. The king has to try to hide backwards in one of these two squares, and then I think I will play something super simple. Going with the queen here, and I'm about to give mate. How to defend this idea? The knight cannot help, the bishop cannot help, the pawn cannot be pushed. Well, the c-pawn can be pushed. But that doesn't help, because I give a check, the king goes up, and I sneak with the queen. Okay, this can be played, but I don't believe that I don't have a win here. Check first, and then I go either with the other rook, or I play knight there. Oh my god, knight there. The queen is still this square, but I can play g4. This is so cool. If the queen is taking the bishop, I give mate. So the queen cannot abandon the control of this square. But where can the queen go? Here? Then I play g4. and the queen is forced to abandon their life or the control of that square, which would mean checkmate. And they just resigned. Just a quick mention about the opening. The move d4 is not so precise. I should play rather a4 with the idea of a5, and then maybe queen here, castle, and then d4 just later on. Sometimes even d3 can be played, just a little bit more solid. I was with the mindset I have to attack, go all in, and give mate, but doesn't always work. Hope you guys enjoyed those games. If yes, remember to like and subscribe. Here you'll find another video. See you guys next time. Ciao.